Wednesday, June 22nd edition of the Carolina Weather Video. I'm meteorologist Matthew East here with you. Had a pretty rough evening in many spots across the region yesterday as we had a good number of scattered thunderstorms that developed, and they kind of rumbled through a good chunk of the night. And really looks like in many spots kind of a similar type of day is going to unfold today. And we also had a hot day before the storms fired, mid-90s around Charlotte and Greensboro over toward Raleigh-Durham. Some areas up to 100 or greater. Rockingham hit 100 yesterday afternoon. You had Charleston again hitting 102, and Laurinburg also hitting and exceeding 100 yesterday afternoon. So it's been a very hot couple of days across the region. It's still pretty hot today. Now let's look back at the storm reports from yesterday. A lot of them. It was an active day. Over 500 total severe weather reports. A lot of wind reports from across the Carolinas and some hail as well. It was a really significant bout of severe weather up around the upper Midwest, there around Chicago into parts of Michigan. Lots of wind up that way. Now, this is the radar imagery as I'm cutting this video. Cutting a little early this morning during the 4 a.m. hour, and that's what the radar imagery looked like. Some lingering showers, a couple of embedded flashes of lightning, but the severe weather threat has ended this morning. Now, broader picture, look at the welcome rain down in Texas. Those folks need that badly, and they're getting a little bit of rain to help out with the bad drought conditions over that way. Otherwise, just some scattered showers and thunderstorms arcing with this storm system from the Dakotas down into our region. There's a temperature map this morning. It's another warm morning ahead of this slowly advancing cold front, lots of 70s. And here's kind of what's going to happen for us over the next week or so. This is the upper air chart today. The ridge we've had overhead slowly sliding out to sea. And again, another little weak disturbance right on the periphery of that ridge will move through and help to kick off some scattered thunderstorms later this afternoon and into this evening. Now there's the setup for Friday. As we have that, the main part of the trough centered just off to our north, but it's close enough that we will begin to see some decrease in our afternoon high temperatures as we end this work week and go through the weekend. And speaking of the weekend, here we are at Sunday evening, a pretty potent little disturbance there over the Ohio River Valley. That looks to give us pretty good chances for showers and storms Sunday and again on Monday. And it still looks like as we get into next week, this is Tuesday, the core of the heat is going to be by Tuesday near the Red River Valley, back into the desert southwest, and that ridge tries to shift even further west on the European by Thursday. If that's the case, we'd be looking at certainly a warm week overall, but no extreme heat next week. All right, now the SPC WRF model, it did a fantastic job with the convection yesterday, and I'm going to show you what it's putting out today. Actually, let me go to this chart first. This is going to be valid at 7 o'clock this evening. I believe that is correct. Got the right timestamp there. Yeah, so as we get late this afternoon and this evening, we'll probably again see some storms firing as in the foothills region, and then as we get into the overnight hours, you see more convection tries to develop on in the parts of the upstate and the Piedmont. So again, just kind of looks like a scattering of some showers and thunderstorms from this afternoon and into this evening. GFS not really excited about it, but it did a pretty poor job overall yesterday with the storm. So I'm going to mention the chance for some afternoon and evening storms today. Highs well up to the 90s once again. Tomorrow, looks like a few thunderstorms, maybe more of an isolated coverage tomorrow. And then Friday, looks like probably low 90s for highs, some scattered thunderstorms. Saturday, maybe upper 80s and low 90s with a scattering of afternoon storms. And then it looks like probably the best chances of overall cover, or the best coverage of storms over the next 5 or 6 days will be Sunday and then on Monday, with that little piece of upper level energy moving on in. And finally Tuesday, the coverage begins to decrease again. But all together, as we get into the weekend and early next week, probably a lot of upper 80s mixing in for highs as opposed to the mid and even upper 90s we've been seeing. All right, that is it for today. Thanks for watching today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Have a great day, and God bless.